Vroom, 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 screech, crash. Hello, this is Nate and Beth once again coming your way to continue our reviews of Friday the 13th, the series, coming at you this time with a review of...
Season 2, Episode 10, Night Hunger. Title's a little deceiving, but the episode was pretty righteous.
Oh, righteous.
Is that a word we can use? Righteous?
Yes, I think we can... I don't think that one's banned yet. I think we'll use that word. So, who would you like to start?
I guess you can start if you'd like.
Oh, great. So this episode is perfect for all you Fast and Furious fans.
Didn't even think about that until now.
Well, during the episode I said Fast and Friday the 13th-iest.
You did.
But maybe you didn't know what title
I
I
know
was...
what you're talking about.
So this is, I'm not a drag racer or whatever, Fast and the Furious kind of a guy. I drive like an old woman. So... This
old women drive faster than you.
Probably this woman didn't, this episode didn't do a whole hell of a lot for me. It starts in an interesting way with it looks like Super 8 black and white footage of some little league baseball game, and some jerk we didn't know at the time, but it turns out to be this Mikey's dad. He's like, "Come on, Mikey, don't let me down."
Mikey's one of the main characters
Mikey's
in
up,
this episode.
Yeah, he's up to bat, and there's this rival who we'll come to find out later, the kid, and they always refer to him as the black kid.
The black
Deacon. Who strikes him out, and this guy is behind the fence going, "Come on, you wimp, make me proud," and it's just
Turns
so
out
funny.
It was Mikey's dad, and he's always used Deacon as a, tool to make Mikey a better quote-unquote person.
Yeah, try to prop him up by cutting him down makes a whole lot of sense, but unfortunately it probably happens a lot with parents of kids. What a frickin' bummer.
Well, Mikey's dad was heavy on the bottle. We'll call it liquid dinners.
Oh, can't say that, just kidding.
You would say liquid dinners, heavy on the bottle. Oh,
so...
The movie.
The woman. This is a woman. Episode.
The episode was a little underwhelming to begin with, but there was one cool part. So essentially, we're trying to figure out what this cursed item is, and...
Well, we found out right away after Mikey kills the motorcyclist.
But I don't know if it's the key or the chain. But so... both. I think it might be the combination. But, so Mikey, as Mikey gets older, he drag races for cars, and, to make sure he wins, he has to make a kill in this, I guess the black car might be tied into it too. Maybe that was the car he got after his mom died, but it's a long story, and surprisingly it fits into one episode. They put a lot into these episodes lately. But, so, Mikey's dad, I guess, Mr. Mikey, I don't know, Fierro or something like that?
Mr. Mikey?
Mr. Mikey's dad, gave, all Mike wanted was a car when he turned 16, because Deacon had a car, and Deacon's, like, the coolest of the cool kids, and...
Did we say that name? He's the one who struck...
Oh yeah,
Mikey out.
Deacon is the one that did
the
3
black
strikes.
Kid.
The black kid.
He struck him out at the beginning, so he's got some kind of beef with him.
Oh, well, if you've got some kind of childhood rival that Dad's always saying, you can be better than him. Look at him, he's got this and he's got that, and he got a car at 16, so Mikey wanted a car at 16 here. So his dad gives him a blank car key for his 16th birthday. Which was kind of cruel. But we forgot to mention that Mikey hung out with Mr. Lewis,
Uncle Lewis,
Mr. Uncle Lewis, in the antique store before Curious Goods took over. And I guess Uncle Lewis put this blank car key in around a silver chain and said...
Which is the cursed item.
Which is the chain is the cursed item,
That's yep.
but the key must have enhanced the chain. I don't know. It's confusing, but in the beginning of the now, I guess, current time, Mikey's driving this black car and hunting down this motorcyclist, and motorcyclist stops and the car passes. Motorcyclist's like, oh yeah, he got rid of him, and then the car comes around and smashes him over the bridge or something, and puts the key in the blood, and the key glows red. So we figured out that the key, well, I thought the key was the cursed item, but I guess it's the key and the chain. But to win these drag races, he has to use the key after a kill, and it's like his negative energy from the beatings that his dad gave him would end up. Didn't matter what car it was. He'd blow the other car out of the water, and he wants to race Deacon, and Deacon's like, well,
We gotta go through all my boys first, and
and they're trying to figure out how he's winning all these races because these cars are really kind of shit cars. But because of the negativity and the anger and the memories and this key that's cursed, well, the chain that's enhancing the key that's cursed, he blows these cars out of the freaking water and gets these pink slips from these pretty cherry cars.
pretty cherry.
Pretty cherry. But he finally gets to race Deacon after killing, beating two of his guys. And Deacon's like, "Why? Well, you had blew them out of the water. Why can't they keep their cars?" And I guess Deacon had said, "Pink slip is lost to the winner. No crying, no bitching."
No going to the cops afterwards. It's
no bitching to the
life in the
cops.
fast lane. And then when Mikey wins, he's like, I don't think you deserve. You cheated, and it's just like, what a pussy.
Yeah, just life in the fast lane. Give the pink slip, and then he'd give the cars back.
Did it happen like
Kinda.
twice or just
Twice.
once? Okay.
Twice.
Yeah. So the
So
first
the
guy.
first kill was the motorcycle. The second kill was the first loser of the race. And the
Third
kill was the second
Loser.
second loser of the race. And Deacon's like, "You want to be one of my people? Okay, you're one of my people." Because Deacon didn't want to race Mikey. Deacon was probably scared. The one thing that Mikey's good at is the one thing Deacon didn't want to get, lose his status.
We should mention that including Mikey, there's 5 kills and or deaths in this episode.
That's true. But after the second race, after the second race, he met up with the car owner wanting his car back, obviously. And he's driving this beat up blue thing. So he makes the kill, puts both people in the blue car, leaving the black car. I don't know what the significance of the black car is. Maybe it's his first car that he bought himself, and maybe the key miraculously worked with that car because he figured out something with the key and the chain, but they don't explain that really well. But it's always a black car that has to make these kills. But as he's driving away in the blue car, they're being followed by Mickey and Ryan, and they go off this cliff. And so Mikey is wearing the key around his neck, because he's driving the actual key to the blue car. And something kind of cool happens when they hit the tree. Do you want to explain that?
Hit the tree?
When they both crashed and hit the tree and crashed.
I thought I thought Mikey crashed and...
Yeah, Mikey and the dead person crashed.
Oh, okay, so...
Do you want to explain what happened to the key?
Yeah. So after the crash, Mikey gets up and Ryan and Mikey, Jesus. They show up and it seemed like they witnessed what happened, but I don't think they did. Anyway, what happens is...
They witnessed the crash, but they didn't see what happened with the key.
It looked like they saw what happened with the key, but the key kind of wiggled its way inside of Mikey's chest, and the key and chain went into Mikey's chest after the crash and nestled close to his heart.
See, what was kind of cool is right before that scene, I'm like thinking Knight Rider,
Dun,
and
dun, dun, dun.
in the
Dun,
in
dun,
the
dun, dun.
hospital, his something happens where his dad is visiting him and saying, "Oh, I'm so sorry. I was worried about you. I knew this would happen, but I'm worried about you." I mean, just even in this freaking hospital, his dad's being a bastard. But somehow Mikey, like, jolts and whatever, and his eyes glow red, and what happens? What happens to the black car?
This put a big smile on Beth's face. I'll tell you that. The black car that he kills everyone with and left on the side of the road when he took the blue piece of shit car and crashed it, comes to life and room, and you should have seen Beth's smile when
Well, it's
she's
like a combination of Christine and Kit. It was pretty cool.
So the car comes alive and the kind of the red light shines on the seats and indicating evil possessed car, and I guess we're assuming Mikey's controlling it, or
Oh yeah,
in the hospital bed. And where does the car go? I can't remember.
probably to Mikey's garage.
Yeah, okay. So,
So
admittedly, I think it. Well, I don't know. They may have waited a little too long into the episode to have that cool plot point of him controlling the car.
but he had to get into a car accident for
Yeah,
the key to go into his heart. They had to
I
do the
guess
story.
so. I guess the longer you save it, the cooler it is when it happens. Maybe you're right, but
Right. But I would give this episode a definite thumbs up. It was a dry start, but the controlling of the car from the hospital bed, and that was pretty cool. Having the key wrapped around his heart, and because the heart kind of
nestled, not wrapped around, nestled next to it.
and they couldn't remove it because if they removed the key, then they'd kill Mikey. But looking at the time, we should probably wrap this up.
Yeah, I wasn't down with all of the just, I don't know, nighttime car racing and meeting each other to race and blah, 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 blah. I'm not going to be able to give it full thumb, I'm afraid. I'll do my famous, whatever, between a half thumb and a full thumb, kind of the 10 or 11 o'clock positioning of my thumb.
Well, I give it a full thumbs up.
And
in the ending, he's finally racing Deacon, and his dad tries to stop him, and then they end up playing chicken where they both lose and end up in a fiery fireball, and they get the key in the chain.
Versus a non-fiery fireball.
Yeah. So Mickey and Ryan get the key from the auto accident, and
They're like, it's surprising we found it. Well, it was the only thing left. One of the only things
items.
left. Oh,
cursed
yeah.
items can't be destroyed.
And now would you like to grab
So
see what's next? So that's our thoughts on that episode, or that woman.
More than we thought. So the next episode is The Sweetest Sting.
Oh.
Sting. That could be like an insect.
It's a cursed wasp. I don't know.
I don't know. We couldn't guess this one either. I guess we'll find out next week.
Guess we'll find out.
Thanks for listening.
Thanks for listening.